So how are you, man?
Bro,
long time no see.
Right? Yeah, what, 3 days?
I
and
know.
we act like it's
feels like
been
forever.
It does, dude. We've been like a bunch of schoolgirls this morning.
No,
dude, going on and on and on. We're like, no, we need to separate. So with the podcast, we need to separate.
Hey, it's the Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian Gary,
Scott Cisco,
otherwise known as Shades.
Shade.
Yeah.
No, why'd you? Don't.
What? No, I don't think we've had an episode where did they ever come off for a moment? Hold it. Are they?
No,
I can't do it.
Yeah, no,
all right.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's the lights. You just can't handle the lights.
No, in the morning when you get up, like, what's the most important thing before you walk out the door? You got to make sure you got. You can't leave your house. What do? You go through a checklist. What's your checklist?
Before I leave the house, I make sure I've got my cup of coffee. Right. I make sure I've got my backpack with my water and protein bar in it and all my survival gear to get through a day with you, which includes...
What does that include?
Clonazepam, Wellbutrin, many others just in case. Lorazepam, just in case.
Hey, I know Lorazepam.
And rum. All right, that's right.
You didn't tell me you had rum in there. What about my... What do you...
Morning.
What do you think of my new little stash bag in the truck, man?
What stash
you notice
bag
my
in the
little
truck?
Stash bag hanging from the...
Oh, yeah. Well, let's get right into it right away. Scott's a little high on life right now because there's a new critter mobile.
Oh, dude, the new critter
Go
sled.
ahead,
We got to come
go
up with a
ahead.
name on it. 2016 Toyota Tacoma. 41,000 miles on it, so she's not even broke in. I mean, you know how we are with Toyotas. I mean, there's a fleet of Toyotas out there right now.
We do have a lot of them.
There are Tacomas.
There are white Toyota trucks all over this place.
And there's Jackie Sequoia. And then there's my poor Dodge that's all alone out there. But no, dude, Toyota, I am hook, line, and sinker on Toyotas, bro. I just am. You are. I mean, even James converting, with him running the critter sleds.
I've just had great luck with the trucks.
Oh, yeah?
I really have.
Man.
I've had great luck with it. And you got it. This is a beautiful one. And you've got that. He's even still got the new car smell.
Oh, yes, I do.
You
no,
really
it's not
do.
my spray on anymore. I bought a bottle.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, because we're going through some skunks right now, and I didn't want to bring that smell in again because I know how bad it upset you last time I come here was smelling so good. So I put on some new car smell.
That's nice. Is that Axe? Is that new Axe new car smell? I didn't know they made that
No,
one.
it's Adidas.
You borrowed it from your son.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I knew it.
He's
I
taking
knew
me
it.
back. He's got his different day of the week smells. God love him. God love him.
Well, congratulations on the rig, though.
Dude.
Now, are you like me? Because I always, anytime I get a new vehicle, and I think you just mentioned this a minute ago, we got to name it. I have always named every vehicle that I've owned has always had a name.
Okay.
And so, you got anything in mind at all?
Well, no, and James
is it a
brought
male
this
or a
up.
female? Do we know that? Have you gotten the feel for that yet? Because sometimes it takes a while of driving before you realize whether you're driving your baby or whether you got your.
No, I knew that right away. I mean, I knew she was going to be good to me.
Okay, all right, then we've got that down.
Be good
okay.
To me. Yeah, but she hasn't revealed her name yet.
Bertha?
Nah, that came to mind. That came to mind.
I was thinking of something sexy.
Betsy.
That's what.
This ain't no station wagon, bro.
Oh, okay, all right. No, if it were a station wagon, it would have been Claire.
It would have been a Betsy in my way.
Understandable, but congratulations on that.
Thank
my
you,
daughter
my
got
friend.
a new whip
Yes,
as well.
she did, man.
Yeah.
Fancy schmancy too. What you telling me?
Yeah,
The backup
it's-
screen turns.
Exactly, it does all the fancy stuff. She got a 2017 Acadia, and she hasn't let me in it yet. So we'll see what it works out there.
Right.
But congratulations on that. I know it's a very cool feeling to get a new rig, and I can hardly wait for us to fill it with critters.
Bring in the critter smell. Get rid of the new car and bring in the critter smell.
I got to think one day in the job, that new truck smell is gone.
Well, and
it is gone.
Yeah, let's. We briefly touched on this. James was cleaning out because he inherited mine.
Yes.
Which we refer to as Wolverine. We retired White Thunder. Okay, White Thunder. God love White Thunder. But
it's now a billboard.
Wolverine, it is now a billboard out by the front yard. But
that.
James is going on and on out there. He's inside the truck and he's got it running with AC blowing. And I'm running around doing all kinds of stuff. And he's wiping and wiping and wiping. And I go over and look at him. I was like, dude, what did you do to, I mean, it was immaculate. It was beautiful. I said, what did you do to the inside of the truck? He goes, no, what did you do to the inside of the truck? He wiped a critter right out of the inside.
You know what always made me laugh? And James, you've got to have my back on this one. We jump in to the rig, to White Thunder, if you will, or Wolverine, either one.
Right.
Which, you know, it's got every kind of trap. We've been critter. It's got all the gear in there. And actually, the back end is cleaner than on the inside of the cab that we get in. Yet he has 2 dispensers of hand sanitizer.
Well, absolutely.
For when we come in from going into one of the stores to pick up supplies, we got to sanitize our hands before we sit in that pit. Does that make any sense?
Now, wait a minute. You got it all wrong.
No.
How much sanitizer and Lysol did you need to clean out the inside of that truck?
Oh, dude, he's right here.
I know
Right,
you're
right.
Just pretend he's not. We do that.
This is the whole Jackie thing all over again, man. You don't tell when the wife is here.
We'll talk after the podcast.
Wait a minute.
It involved 2 rolls of paper towels. That's
Wait
all
a
I'm gonna
minute.
say.
It did take 2 rolls of paper towel and a
we're
whole
back.
black garbage bag.
Oh, Scott's here.
Yeah, you dirty rotten. No, let me tell you about what the hand sanitizer's for.
Yes.
It's not to protect you from whatever's inside my truck, which I did find a bottle of castor I've been looking for under the seat. That could have been. But
Hold
anyway,
that thought for 1 second, Scott. Let's talk about the certain smells about certain shot energy drinks that we've had to deal with that was worse than a skunk smell, dude. Remember our little mine trip that we took over the weekend that just drenched and just... dude, that was nasty.
dude, so this was a diet that my nephew got me on, and there was a bottle of this stuff. I don't even remember what it was called, but you add it to the powder, the protein powder, whatever it was. And dude, it made, because if you drank that without, I mean, you'd look like Sherry.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you totally look like Sherry after that. But if you added like 2 pumps of this, it had caffeine, artificial sweetener, etc. Man, it made it. I never in a million years would have imagined that spilling in the truck. And I mean, dude, now I've got some smells in jars.
I know you've got some
I've
smells.
got some, but
If it smelled like an energy drink 6-pack exploded in that truck.
Oh, it was,
like, you know,
dude.
energy drinks got that certain smell to it across the board.
You know what I call it? It smells like acetylene.
Something.
Yes.
But there's a higher scale.
we, as you know, we have done a lot of dirty things, okay,
Yeah,
with critters.
yes.
Not just with critters.
I
And not
understand.
like where you might be going.
I know.
But the smells and the sights and things we do with animals. James was gagging outside of my
Dude,
truck
it was
from
bad.
that
Like, I can do skunks, I can do coyote drenched in water, beavers coming out of the rivers.
Oh, yeah.
But this man-made stuff was just horrendous smell, dude.
That's
Well,
why
good thing
I
you bought a
prefer-
6-pack.
Hey, that's why I
Right.
prefer the beaver caster.
That's
The beaver caster's got that really fresh strawberry smell.
coffee and rum.
Just kind of. That's what it takes to ride
Captain
along.
Starbucks.
Captain Starbucks. Wow. Yeah.
Hey, you know what I need to do?
What do you need?
Give a shout out to our brothers, the Last Bandoleros, again.
Come on, baby.
Last episode, we talked about the Last Bandoleros. Those guys, first, Derek sends me a picture of him wearing your bear coat.
Buffalo.
The buffalo
The
coat
buffalo
from
coat.
the night of the Habajiba show years ago that we had talked about
that
in
was
the
so
podcast.
awesome, man.
But then they actually shared it on their Facebook page. And honestly,
really?
for them to do that was just so cool. So again, Emilio, Jerry, Diego, and Derek, thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you
guys
for
rock.
boosting us and made our last episode our most listened to episode yet. So
Come on,
that's
man.
very, very cool.
Seriously. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we truly do. Now, each week, we feature a different artist on the show. We like to talk about a different artist. I wear a different artist t-shirt. And then a new feature, and I want to direct you to our website, themikeinthemountain.com, because when you hear me talk about an artist during the podcast, now on our website, we're going to feature some more information on that artist. I'm going to put up a couple of videos so you can get a feel for the music that I'm talking about. And there will be a link to that artist's actual website, their page, where you can check out all their music, their merchandise, and everything they have going. So keep that in mind each week when we talk about a featured artist. You will find that information at the Mike in the Mountain. There's a little thing thing right on top that says artist, and you just click that, and it'll take you through whoever we've talked about on the show. So let me get to that first off. Why don't we start there before we get into the road trip?
Wait a minute, we ain't started yet.
No. I've checked off one thing. Y'all,
I need to go back to the
sit
caster.
back, fill up your cup of coffee. This is going to be a minute. I got some stuff to get off my chest. That's it. But first, let me get this on my chest here is the Dan and Shay
Dan and
t-shirt.
Shay.
We'll sport the back there, tequila.
Come on, man.
Today, I am featuring Dan and Shay as my artist of the week. Let me talk a little bit about these guys. Number one, they are probably the hottest duo, if not act, in all of music right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're just on fire. No matter what genre you listen to.
Right.
Shay Mooney may have the best voice in the recording industry.
It's unbelievable.
He can just flat out sing. Mm-hmm. But Dan Smyers, the Dan of Dan and Shay, is a very good friend of mine. Mm-hmm. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The first time I met these guys, we were one of the first, back then when I worked at what was K99, we were the Good Morning Guys. We used to do a series where we would bring in new artists into a bar and have them perform. Well, we had brought in Dan and Shay, and it was one of their first gigs. They hadn't played many at all. Mm-hmm. And I had heard, I had gotten an advance of a single, and there was just something about the harmonies that had grabbed me.
Oh, yeah.
All right, but then they walk into the bar, and I sat down with them, and immediately it was their personalities, the genuineness of them just grabbed me as like, you know what? I really like these dudes. I'm looking forward to hearing them sing, but I just met a couple of brothers
the cats are real.
Here. They were absolutely real. Right. And again, one of their first gigs, and Shay goes, man, there's real cowboys in here. I said, yeah, there is. Get used to it, buddy, because you guys are going to be performing in front of huge crowds in the future.
Oh, yeah.
So they got up on stage, and you talk about winning a bar over. You know how a bar usually, the people are mingling, they're ordering their drinks, they're talking. You hear laughing going on about the day.
Yeah. That
went on for about a minute 12 into their set.
Really?
These guys,
they sucked them in that quick.
They got them that quick because those harmonies and just the pure joy that they bring. These are two guys who love to play music, and it transfers out into you in the audience.
They sing from their heart, man. And it coming through those vocals. Dude, I'm telling you, there's something about and you're the same way. A song will grab you, or songs with those kind of vocals. The harmonies are in sync, and I don't know nothing about music when I'm talking about harmonies but dude, them voices together.
Oh, it just blends so beautifully.
It was meant to be. Kind of like you and me, baby.
Exactly. That's what I think. We're a lot like Dan and Shay. Exactly. But they got done playing that night and just absolutely knocked the crowd out. And I said, you boys are incredible. I have got your back for the rest of my life. As long as I can ever do anything to help you, I'm in. We sat and had dinner that night. I think there was probably a stack of phone numbers people brought by about that night.
I bet.
That was sitting there. And I shared a couple with those guys. But...
You good-looking mojito,
But they were just phenomenal. I knew there was something special there. But then, you heard me say Dan Smyers is a good friend of mine. The thing that they did right, Dan was the absolute master of social media.
Really?
Dan immediately knew how to use Facebook, knew how to use Twitter, and knew how to use the way to get to people. And he used it beautifully. And what he did... artists go on what they call a radio tour.
Okay.
Where as they're just developing, they'll go to different radio stations and perform for the decision makers of the radio station and try to win them over. These guys did that better than anybody I had ever seen in my career because they made you feel like friends. But then Dan actually kept in touch with you. He was one who would follow your Facebook posts. He would comment on your Facebook posts. He used social media beautifully to develop relationships.
Right.
So when you hear like 200 people in the radio industry just individually say, yeah, Dan Smyers is a good friend of mine, you go, yeah, right. He actually is. Dude, because he knew what he was doing and he made those relationships. If you talk to people in the industry, there's probably not a duo they're happier to see make it than these two because of what great people they are. Sure. And their love for the fans. I mean, Dan, what he does in his spare time, he rescues dogs.
Really?
Him and his wife have they do a dog rescue where they pick up dogs that have been abused or so forth and help them find homes. And he's got special project he does with that. So I just admire them. And me personally, when I embarked in 2017 on my weight loss journey, where I was well up towards 400 pounds in the high 350s, and I decided I was going to get my crap together, and I made a phone call to Dan. I said, Dan, I'm planning on doing this. I'm going to change my life. I want to get myself in shape. And he called me back. And he said, I got your back. He said, I'll encourage you along the way. I'll do that.
Seriously.
And there were several times throughout my journey, I would get a message from Dan just encouraging me or saying he was proud. He had seen a Facebook post
that can
of
make
what I had
all
done.
The difference, man.
Man, he didn't need to do that. Didn't need to take the time to do that.
No,
but
who
did.
Are you?
Exactly.
Who are you?
My dad, who I just went home for my mom's 80th birthday, we'll talk about in a bit. My dad turned 80 in December. And I asked if he would possibly, because my dad loved him. He met them. Dan and Shay came to my induction into the Country Radio Hall of Fame.
No way.
I had actually asked Dan to give our induction speech.
Wow.
But he was not sure they were going to be around due to touring at that time. Well, they had something change, and last minute they were going to be in town, and they came to my induction and were sitting in the audience. For them to do that was incredible. And my dad got to meet him that night, my mom and dad, and they just fell in love with them. So for my dad's 80th birthday, him and Shay dropped a video saying happy birthday to my dad.
No way.
And had me include that in a tribute we had done. Again, just great guys. Their new music. Oh, I should probably go to bed. Is what it's called. It is absolutely incredible. The textures, the harmonies, the production on it is just stellar. And I'd asked Dan, I said, I love what you've done with the blend of vocals and the production on this, because it was a little bit different for them. Some of the strings that came in and a little of the production. He said, I had a lot of time in the studio over COVID. So he's gotten to be, he's just a genius in there. But check out Dan and Shay's new song.
Absolutely.
Check out everything they put up. When we were just on our road trip, I've got a Dan and Shay mix of all their albums. I just hit shuffle. And my wife and I have kitchen danced to Dan and Shay probably more than just about anybody. It fantastic stuff. Great merchandise too. But check them out at the Mike of the Mountain. I'm going to put up a few things on Dan and Shay, but cheer for them at award shows and all that, and realize these guys really are as cool as they seem.
You can see, I mean, their vocals bring out their hearts and who they are. Man, I mean, seriously. And a lot of musicians do that, but Dan and Shay have taken this to the next level with these vocals. And to be able to hear some background and research a background, because that's what we do as humans, historically look at who people are. And to hear Dan does that with dogs, and to hear that he's so gifted at the social media thing. I mean, I am too. I am truly. No, listen, I just downloaded Glitter on mine.
And that's Twitter.
Twitter,
yeah.
That's what
and
I'm really moving
glitter
forward. That was different. So
photos on the website.
paid subscription. Okay, paid subscription. Sorry. No, Dan and Shay, man, they did lick. The vocals, their hearts, who they are, what they're doing. I mean, yeah.
No, hats off to them. Thank you for the friendship, and happy to salute them. And they do have great tour merchandise. I just ordered this one. It just came in the mail while I was gone. But it's got the agave. For the tequila, and it's got the lyrics to tequila on the back.
Miss Jacko noticed the agave. I mean, she's always on the agave. Miss Jacko knows agave.
No, she was on it before you came down.
Well, okay. That makes sense. I wasn't here. That totally makes sense.
But just got back from a trip. I had not traveled anywhere in a long time. I talked about playing their music, just hit a little mix on them. That carried me for a few hours. But we drove across, left Colorado, and drove all the way up to North Dakota for my mother's 80th birthday. Happy birthday again, Mom.
Oh, yes, Mom. Happy birthday.
Had a great time. This was such a cool trip. So good to see family.
Oh, yeah.
The first night there, we went and hung with my wife's family. Because you've got, when you have, some people can relate to this. When you go back home and you married your high school sweetheart, you have two families you've got to try to see.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of people to pack in for a couple of days.
That's moving.
So first night we went and hung out with her side of the family and just had a great time, just kicking around. And I whipped out my hunting card to prove that I am now a man.
Yes, you did.
Because according to her side of the family, she had yet to marry one.
Well, we're going to show them wrong this year. 2020, man. I mean, this is your year, baby. There's something good going to come out of this.
This is the year of me harvesting meat.
Something going to come good out of this year.
That's it.
I mean, have you seen all the things about the whole, 2020 all the little things about all that, man. I mean, truly, this is...
Hey, I got the orange card to prove it.
Yes,
and
you do.
I pulled it out and showed them, and they all giggled. So I remember those when I was 10.
Right.
Well, hey, I'm a late bloomer,
Yes,
but I got there. That's
you
it.
are, you overachiever.
That's it. But so much fun that night hanging around with them, except that my grandson got attacked by bees.
No
they were
way.
playing a little
didn't
game
tell me
of hide and seek, and all of a sudden I hear two kids bawling, running towards the house. They got, mauled.
No way.
My grandson Xander got stung about 8-9 times.
Holy cow,
Zayden
man.
got a good 3 of them.
Holy cow.
I said, were they murder hornets? And he said, they didn't have knives.
No, they're all murder hornets. They didn't have Were they back in little ARs?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was picturing the same thing. But they got that taken care of. But just fun to hang with the family. But while I'm visiting, and of course we're talking wildlife, and believe me,
look at you go.
No,
look at you go. I'm so proud of you, Bree.
Let me just admit something right here. Some of the stories of the animals I helped capture may have been embellished. All right, I'm just going to say.
Hey, baby, you roll with it. You roll with it, man.
Because everything that I've watched you do over the last few months, I did too. In this story. The way I executed that bald eagle rescue and got that rattlesnake. A lot of people were shocked. They didn't see that
card, baby.
Oh,
they didn't see the video, right?
No.
Okay. Good.
No.
There's no
video.
videos.
Has the truth. I was in the general vicinity, if you count the truck.
Hey, no. On the video, does it show that the doors were locked?
Windows
Your
up.
finger on the button.
Me crouching. Yes.
Prayers in the background.
That's really the truth.
What? No, no, you pulled it off, man.
My snake expertise was coming out. But
yes, it was.
My brother-in-law asked me a question. I wanted to ask you this right away because I did not. It sounded untrue to me, but I wanted to ask you. Right. He told me, he said, bull snakes will eat a rattlesnake. And I said, I haven't heard that. Is that true? Because, we've talked a lot in the past about trying to tell the difference between the two. Right. And there's distinct differences, and I've gotten to where I know the difference and can tell that now.
Yeah.
But
I showed you one this morning.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But is that true, Scott?
Let's look at the definition of wildlife.
Okay.
Out of control.
Right.
No, I don't have anything to support that. Everything I've seen and heard, you've always heard, we've all heard, everybody said that if you have bull snakes, you don't have rattlesnakes. I've not, in every single snake job I've ever done, that is not true. If it makes you feel better, roll with it. Okay. I mean, if it makes you feel better to know you got a bull snake in your backyard and you don't have rattlesnakes, most of the time what we see with bull snakes and rattlesnakes comparatively, rattlesnakes do not like cities. They do not like, if there's one in the city, it ended up here accidentally.
You didn't want to be there.
No, they like ag land. We see them in the foothills where we're at, up in the mountains, up in these areas that's not messed with by man.
It's not populated. They're not going to.
Yeah, they're not a big fan. I mean, I pull them out of the cities very rarely. Very rarely. And if I do, I'm real close to the foothills, or I'm way out near ag or someplace like that where they flourish. So in the cities, we don't see a whole lot. We see more of the bull snakes. Bull snakes are everywhere this year again. I believe it to be an old wives' tale. I don't have any evidence whatsoever proving me. It's just situational. It's the variables. It's what's going on. Where are you at? Yeah.
Well, and there probably has been an instance where a rattlesnake mouthed off to a big bull snake and he ate him.
Well, no,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, come on,
let's think
it's
about
nature.
it.
It's probably
Let's-
happened, but it's not a common thing that you know of.
No, snakes will eat other snakes. I mean, it's
Do
nature.
they hang together?
It's nature. We know for a fact that we have some dens, that there is a treaty agreed upon in the beginning of entering the den that, hey, raise your tail if make sure we don't need
all in on
anybody.
this?
We're just in for the warmth. We're just going to hold tight here till spring comes. Then we're out.
Few rules on that. Everybody,
Everybody.
show of hands.
Frank,
Oh wait,
Frank,
you're snakes.
Frank, raise your tail. Get your tail up, Frank. Frank, either you raise your tail or you're out. Okay, plain and simple, man. We
All
know
right,
you're
green
hungry.
racers are open. Frank didn't agree.
Oh, yep, green racers out. Yeah, no, it's a wild world out there, man. You never know. Everybody thinks we have a general idea with the studies and the biologists and the documentaries and the shows and even what we do on a daily basis. And we're tied in with some of the biologists, helping them being hands on the ground outside of the CPW, that doing what we do, we're able to help them with certain situation of things that we watch for in the bats that we've talked about with zoonotics, with the white nose syndrome. There's a similar disease that's going through the rattlers. It shows up as almost polyps on the rattler. There's whelps on the rattler. So we're always watching. I'm always keeping track of what they're looking for, what we're trying to be aware of, what we're trying to understand. And I want to go back to the hand sanitizer in the truck.
Okay, yeah, to that.
Again,
Okay.
I know you guys think it's for you and the disease that's going around, but here's the deal.
Yes.
Plain and simple. When it comes to wildlife and our passion for wildlife, it is not listen, I care about your health. I need you tomorrow with what we're doing. Plain and simple, okay? But here's the serious part of this. Our North American bats, our American bats, do not have COVID. There is a chance of humans spreading it to the bats, and we don't want it in the bat colonies because they struggle enough with white nose syndrome, other diseases, fly swatter, shotguns, things of that nature. But we don't want to transmit because that can't happen. That can't happen. We can transmit a disease to the wildlife. And with these people that handle the bats and, we got a bat in the house and they caught it and they let it go and they don't understand the wildlife, there's a chance we could spread that. So we're not only protecting ourselves with that, but we're protecting wildlife. That's a very serious thing, transmitting diseases and what we do. Again, I'm kind of, I don't want to immune to everything. I've got a coyote gut and
No, you've got everything squirting through your veins. Yeah, I'm fully aware.
I got to purge the system, man. I put a little rattlesnake juice in this every morning just to keep me going.
Well, you donate anti-venom,
I
don't
do
you?
donate. Yeah, snake bite, load up.
Well, now I know that I'm actually doing it to protect the bats because we don't want them to have any bad habits. No, I feel bad because the last two bats I encountered, I gave a pack of Marlboro to, and I was going to try to get them to smoke, and
we're smoking enough here in Colorado, man. We're up in smoke. I mean, not like Cheech and Chong. God.
Well, actually.
Yeah, kind of. Depends on if you're in the basement or if you're outside.
Understand
it's a different
completely.
Yeah, so no, and be careful out there, man. Wildlife's taking a hit. Humans are taking a hit. People with immune deficiencies. There's a lot of smoke in the air, man. People, be careful.
I was going to get to that too. I felt the smoke when we were returning. Now here in Colorado, and I know. I mean, you don't have to mention the pain of a wildfire to the folks in California. Oh, yeah. Very everywhere. Versed in that. But we have reached that point of the dryness turning into just it's instant fire anywhere you go right now. Colorado has had a rough couple of decades with mountain fires. We've got one burning right now that. We felt the smoke, but you felt the smoke as we were coming in from Wyoming and hitting down into Colorado, where you could feel it in the lungs.
Oh, yeah.
You can smell it, you can taste it, you can get that dryness in the throat. We immediately got home and put 4 hams out on the clothesline. So we could start to smoke those. I got some peanuts sitting out to dry roast and smoke. that I think. But be careful. Like I was talking to my old buddy Todd, who said, I've been wearing my mask not just for COVID, but because of how rough the air is to breathe right now. So do be alert of that if you have any type of respiratory trouble.
Yeah.
This is a rough time to be outside.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Even for the wildlife, man. I mean, these fires.
I wondered that too.
Oh man, it's gonna take a toll. And we looked at. I looked up leftover tags because that's typically what we do every year. Is just pick up leftover tags because of the ranches we work. Buddy, people have taken this serious. Because
there's no tags.
There's not a lot of tags left over, man.
No.
I mean, the tags that I typically pick up every year, I know they're there. I don't have to worry about it. We're not getting those tags this year.
No, we got a lot of first-year Davy Crockett's.
Oh, well, and come on, baby.
Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier.
Yeah. We're going to get him there, man. We're going to get him there. Come on, man.
I'm slowly working my way up.
Yes, you are, and I can't wait to work you up.
Look out, Steve. I'm a meat eater, too.
Come on, Steve. All right. Holla at me, man. Now, let's talk about how much I'm starting to listen. Today's supposed to be like 170,000 degrees outside, smoke-filled air.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and become a Fortnite connoisseur.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
You're not going in.
I'm going to go Fortnite. I am.
See,
no. Listen, if my son can do it 22 hours a day with in a handheld and then have a gamer, somebody he's watching right there, at the same time, this has got to be something.
They watch people play videos on YouTube.
While he's playing them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, dude, you finna be watching me.
Have you ever sat down and tried to play Fortnite?
No.
No.
But I've watched it a bunch.
I have watched it, and I have been humiliated by it because when my grandkids beat me in anything, they whip off some kind of victory dance.
Yes.
That is in my face, and I'm like, where'd you get that? Fortnite.
Well,
and they'll recognize a song I'm listening to, and I go, how could you possibly know that? Oh, it's in Fortnite. They dance to it.
Well, and not only that, but now, like, because from what I understand, there's duration of time that they lead these kids on with. We're going to lower the water level, and you'll be able to drive the vehicles.
Oh.
And when you get in the vehicle, check this out. Post Malone's busting the tunes inside the vehicle.
No way.
Dude, I'm playing some Fortnite, baby. I'm finna get Fortnite real. I'm finna get right and then get on some Fortnite. Oh, check that out, man. I'm gonna get right, get on some Fortnite. Bam. Come on, baby. Critter gone live on the Fortnite, baby.
It's funny when my grandson jumped in the car, he said, I feel like Travis Scott in the back of this thing. So he was like, he was going, and all they wanted to do was get home so they could play Fortnite. Now I want a video of you doing this because I can see you doing the victory dance.
Dude, I may get a subscriber.
In fact, you did the victory dance when we were cleaning the apartment building when Rubber Band Man came on by the spinners.
Man, come on, the spinners, man. I love me. Come on, give me a shout out if you don't love the Rubber Band Man.
That's it. Hey, y'all, prepare yourself for the Rubber Band Man. You're back. Okay.
Come on,
he was busting to that.
That could have been a TikTok.
Does this mean, though, if you're going to start getting into Fortnite, are James and I now going to get paid in V-Bucks? Or are we going to get...
Well,
because I've seen a new skin I got to have.
A new skin, yeah. Speaking of the new skins, did you check out Thick Penny?
Who?
Thick Penny.
No, what is that?
It's a new skin.
What's
Girl got it going on. I'm gonna be. Watch me. I'm gonna get right. Play Fortnite, playing the Thick Penny, baby. Come on, baby. You know I love me some Thick Penny. I can't help
I'm Xing stuff off for show. Trust me, Fortnite was not on my list of crap to talk about today. When you take over, I don't know what's going to happen, but I never predicted that.
Help it, man.
You're spending too much time with your children.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I need some help.
Back to school.
He's been telling you the definition of wildlife. It's out of control.
Out of control. Yeah.
It's happening right here. Listen, if the critter getter is finna get right and go Fortnite, bam, shit done hit the fan.
Well, tell me this, James. you've seen the screen of Fortnite. You're a younger dude. You know what this is.
Yep.
Could you see him as a character in the game?
Oh, the Mountain Man approach?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got himself like an old school pickaxe?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
buddy. Yeah,
totally?
yeah, that can just a big
Come on.
mountain man,
Come on.
muscles coming down,
Oh,
ripping you
come
with
on.
an AR coming. Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine kids saving their money to get a Cisco skin?
Yeah.
Yeah, would they? Would you think that'd go? Maybe me and Thick Penny teamed up. We'd rule
B.
the world.
I'll pick B.
We'd rule the world.
That's it.
Me and Thick Penny.
I'll give you 5 V-bucks. That's all, man. Nothing more.
No, I think Thick Penny costs 20.
Well,
I don't know.
I can tell you that was the biggest excitement of returning home from the
Oh, I
trip.
bet.
Was those kids ran down and started playing. And today, first day of school for my little guys, Zayden, before he went out the door, he said, I'm going to go to school. I'm going to do really good, but the minute I get home, I'm going downstairs and I'm playing Fortnite. I just want you to know now.
Right.
That was it. So,
No,
got
it's
it planned.
got to the point to where I yell upstairs to I'm like, Elijah. He comes out and he's just madder than hell.
Yes.
Just like this was the round. This was the round. And how dare I, the dad? I'm like, you need to get down here and take the garbage out.
No, he
And he's like, after this round, Dad, I could get a Victory Royale. Victory Royale.
I've heard that
I
come
knew
out
it was
too.
something. I knew it was in there.
See, I
just had
like
to
a
pull on it.
Royale with cheese.
Oh,
Which,
Royale. Some Crown Royale.
Some Pulp Fiction.
It was a Pulp Fiction, yes, it was. And I will come down with great vengeance. Yeah, okay. One of my favorite
Come on,
movies.
preach it, baby.
But we get home from the trip. Fortnite is all they could think about was getting to that. But I got to tell you a little bit, just another little story about the trip. I went back home and we're staying in a hotel. We didn't want to have everyone pile in on Mom's house with everything too. We still tried to keep the distance where we could. And I go to put the key into the door, not the key. Yeah, like I put the quarter in the slot machine. I went to scan my card to enter the room. Right? Okay.
Key in the door. Listen, that's old school.
I open the door and immediately am hit with the smell of Indian food. Right in the doorway, it's like somebody spilt a pot of curry. To where it just...
Ooh.
There's
You sure
some
it wasn't
smells that
Raid?
grab. Oh no,
It wasn't Raid?
No.
Okay.
It was funk. It was pure funk, and it just hit me. I got further into the room, and it didn't smell. And I thought, I don't want to be a dick. I'm not going to, complain about this, but we'll live with the funk. So we got through that, and then the next day, I went down to the receptionist. I said, I'm not one to complain, but there's a funk. And she just starts smiling because I don't know that people use the term funk.
That's old school. I knew where you was.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a funk coming out of that room that ain't me.
Right.
That is just bad. I'd like for you to just take a whiff. And she said, I'm pregnant. I don't think I should.
Oh, God.
I go, no, don't go up there. Don't go up there. Because then there's going to be another smell throughout my room. Just
man.
no.
Dude, come
no,
on,
that was
seriously.
it. So we went through it for another night. Couldn't take. Third night got us out of there. I got out of it. They said, we're gonna tape off that room, which happens most of the times I leave a hotel room. I have to step over the tape to get in. That's... I've stayed somewhere if there's caution tape on the door when my family has left. Maids are going by going, what the? They refunked it.
I think they probably refunked.
No. None of that.
So what happened in there? Did you ever?
I don't know. I'm waiting for CSI to get there and see where the chalk end line outline ends up, because I said there's a body in there somewhere.
Oh, Lord.
I want to know what it was.
Oh, Lord.
But aside from that, this was such a great time hanging there with my dad, my whole family, my mom and my dad. My brother and his family are there, and my brother became a grandpa while I was there.
Yeah, man.
My nephew Brent
Dude, how
and
cool
his
is that
wife.
that you were there for that?
It was absolutely awesome.
Bro.
Didn't get to see the baby because everyone's got to keep the distance and so forth. But he became a grandpa while we were there. So we went out to celebrate and played a round of golf. Now, I know you're not You're not a golfer, but bear with me.
Now I'm a golfing connoisseur, man. Tiger go way back.
But just yeah, you see, you had to throw in an animal. He just picked tiger.
Yeah,
that was it, or the shark.
I
Greg
deal with
Norman.
a lot of tigers.
All right.
Lions.
But just bear with me on this story, okay? Because there's some golf in it. Me and my brother took on my dad and my nephew Jay, who pitches in the Baltimore Orioles organization.
Right.
Okay, just a fine athlete, great young man. And we're out playing, and golf is one of those games that no matter how old you are or young you are, you can make it competitive. It's one of those games that transcends ages, and you don't have to be big and strong to be good at it.
Right.
And so my dad and Jay are taking on my brother and I, and we are playing something called alternate shot. That's where one guy shoots and then the other guy has to hit from where that guy's ball landed, and then you get the score at the end. It kind of makes things a little more even.
Well, and doesn't the beer cart help with a lot of that?
It would have, but it was too early for that. I needed it after this crap happened. All right. So
I'm just trying to keep up with your game here.
But my dad has a history. He's 80, but he beats me in everything.
Really?
I never beat this guy in
Come
golf.
on, Dad.
He always
Really?
beats me. And whenever he wins, he always sings this little song. He's done it to us since we were kids. He'd beat you in ping pong or anything.
Right.
He'd just walk around the house going dun 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 dun. Just pissed you off as a kid.
Yeah.
In fact, we've already planned during his eulogy, we're going to do that. All right, that song's going to come out. He knows. He knows. But we're out. First couple holes go by. My brother and I are up 2-zip. We took the first two holes. We're talking smack. I'm doing the dun 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 dun. I'm singing Dad's song. We're rolling. We get about 4 holes in, and we go, we're going to smoke your son and our dad. How much better can this get, right? So then we're rolling down hole number 5, 2-hole lead. We're only playing 9.
Okay.
Rolling down hole number 5, and all of a sudden, here comes a snake.
No way. Really?
Snake comes across the fairway, and my brother goes, snake! And I go, oh, it's a little garter. And right then he turns over and runs the damn thing over.
No.
He did. And he said, what has happened to you? What'd you go for? I said, it was a cute little garter snake.
God love
I
ya.
said he was going to be great
working.
for the golf course. And he's like, what has happened to you? You would have backed up, gone over it, backed up, gone over it, got out your wedge, cut its head off, and then thrown it in the sand trap.
Oh, my God.
And I was pissed at him that this happened. What happened after that? We lost every hole.
Did you tell him?
Did I tell him?
Come on, baby.
The whole rest of the
dare
day, it was because he killed that snake.
Right.
But we were we're ahead, and we knew that we were feel the momentum changing. So there was one hole where my dad had hit his shot way to one side, and my nephew Jay had drove it really far down, but we thought it was out of bounds. So they told us to stay back by my dad's ball, and we'd sit there while they checked to see if Jay's was playable. Well, while they're down there, we thought, let's mess with Dad's ball. So we went over and stomped it into the ground. We pulled out a bunch of grass and buried the damn thing so you couldn't really find it, knowing he's got to play it where it lays. He could have just thought he had a crappy lie.
Right.
And we're just giggling, and then we see Jay wave, it's playable. So we got to go over and undig the ball. We had just done all this stuff, too, on my dad. Pick it up and go, well, that failed. Backfired on us there, right?
The snake.
Yeah. Then the last hole, we know that we're done. We're toast. And my brother hits the ball into the sand, into the bunker. So I thought the thing to do is sneak up, lay down in the bunker like I'm on military maneuvers. I'm going to sneak up and try to just throw the ball out and see if they notice, because it was a deep bunker. So I go in and I dive into the bunker, which I don't think anybody who's played golf has ever seen anybody do. And I'm laying down in there and I try to throw the ball out and I hit the edge and it rolled back onto me.
Oh,
I
geez.
couldn't even throw it out of the damn thing.
Because the snake.
Yeah, because the whole karma of the whole
snake,
snake
man.
thing. So our bet was whoever lost had to be the servant for the other two for the rest of the day.
No.
Whatever they wanted, if they needed a drink, they needed food, a sandwich, you had to go get it for them.
Are you kidding me?
And my nephew comes up to me afterwards. He said, I didn't think you'd hit that putt on number 8 because it's really hard to swing a club when you have 2 hands around your throat choking. He's good. He's good. Yeah. Then we're sitting around on my dad's deck afterwards, and my nephew Jay says, Uncle Brian, he said, do you and Aunt Kyla have one of those Keurig coffee machines at home? I said, yeah, we do. He said, aren't they great? I said, yeah, I love them. So you know how to use them and stuff, right? I go, yeah. I'd really love a cup of coffee.
Oh.
I was proud of
him.
He? 27.
Oh, see, that hurts.
28.
That stings. Yeah, that stings.
It does. He got me real good, but I admire him. It was good smack, but I would have been much worse. But we have this great trip. We had left Dante, my poodle, out at Susan's farm.
You know, I would have watched him for you.
You would have made him into a pillow like you talked about in the last podcast.
Well, no, only if something would have happened to him. I wouldn't want to see him wasted.
Well, I got a dog for you to make a pillow out of now, because what we came home to, we had Dante out of the farm. Chevy and Oprah were home.
Oh, Lord.
And I had my neighbor Tommy, who's just a great guy. He comes over like 5 times a day to take care of them, feed them. They get more attention than when I'm home. We're driving home thinking, man, it's going to be so nice to come into a perfect house.
Right.
Vanessa had shut her door. She had piled up bags of clothes and cardboard in front of it so you couldn't get in it. All the rooms were shut up. There was no way Chevy could get into anything and cause any trouble.
Yeah.
Open the front door to find I have what we put our feet up on, this little turtle ottoman thing.
Right.
All right. It's like kind of a pleather kind of covered. It's wooden. It looks like a turtle. And it's great to sit on or put your feet on.
Right.
Well, Chevy tore that son of a bitch to pieces.
Way.
He ripped the cover off, ripped all the inside pieces out.
Now, did he just do that? Because Tommy had been watching him.
He must have done it at night when nobody was looking. He ate the buttons out of it. I don't even want to see what this dog poops out. He then he ate his way through the bags of clothes, clawed his way through my daughter's door, got into her room and started eating her bed, ate her $100 weighted blanket. You know, the real heavy ones?
Yeah.
He ate that, a bag of tacks. A bunch of other stuff was just strewn everywhere.
You sure this wasn't Oprah?
That's what I said too. I did too. She still had dust on her. She hadn't moved since we left.
Yeah.
I looked at her too.
Still
That's the same spot she had been.
Oh my
But he
God.
ate through all this and then got into her special weight loss bars and ate a bunch of those.
That's going to purge his system.
That's what we're hoping. But what do you do when you've got a belly full of sugar-free, weight loss food and a belly full of upholstery and tacks?
Was Kyla mad?
Oh, did you
just turn around and get out?
We just shook our heads, got the vacuum, all started cleaning. Chevy did not get any attention at first, but he did not look well. He looked like a dog who had eaten a lot of things he should not eat.
Right.
I'm just waiting for that first movement he has. Because I don't know what it's... I know what it's like when you have ghost peppers. I can't imagine a box of tacks. James?
No, bro. I'll take on 2 ghost peppers versus a box of tacks.
That's it.
Just saying.
But I'll let you know how Chevy does. If not, we got a pillow. All right, that's enough.
Not B.
No.
I'll take Dante.
No. Well, I wish Chevy the best. He's hopefully he'll be all right. But we've learned our lesson. Next time we go on a trip, we're going to have you watch Chevy.
No, me. Damn it. No, I ain't got no time
You
for Chevy.
volunteered for Dante.
Right.
Okay.
Dante's just a good... See, Chevy don't like me. Me and Chevy got this thing that ain't vibing.
No, I understand
But me and
that.
Dante... We vibing.
He's a mellow cat. He's a mellow
so
cat.
Smooth.
Okay, enough. No, I'm not leaving. No, can't leave.
The curls.
Why would I ever leave an animal with somebody named the Critter Getter? That just don't make no sense.
No, it
That's
totally
like
does.
leaving your food with the meat eater. That don't make no sense either, does it? I don't think so. A lot of things we do don't make sense.
But see, you leave your food with the meat eater, Steve, and listen, your food is going to be safe. Because Steve's up on the mountain, man.
Oh, true. Yeah, good point.
Steve don't want none of that stuff.
You
we
got
got
it covered,
cupboards, man.
Got it covered. But we hope we get you covered, too, with everything we like to dish out with the Mike in the Mountain.
We'll cover you.
We will.
Got you covered.
And don't forget to check out the website, too, themikeandthemountain.com. All of our past episodes, all the past podcasts are available there. You will also find videos and a link to Dan and Shay's website on the Mike and the Mountain. And we have stuff up from the Last Bandoleros from last week as well. We do a featured artist each week. Try to bring you a little music, laughter, and wildlife. It's what it's all about at the Mike in the Mountain. But sorry we got a little mouthy, but this has been like brothers who have been apart forever, and it's only been a few days.
It has, man. And I can't wait to get right into Fortnite.
Oh, yeah. We got to go.
Soon.
I'm getting a new skin, and we're going to be just jamming it.
Thick
Can't
penny.
wait. That's it.
You got to see her.
Till next time, the Mike in the Mountain. I'm Brian Gary. He's Scott Cisco.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's it. Shades.
Sorry, I got the.
You forgot who you were for a minute.
No, I'm serious.
You're
I gotta show you.
You're still thick penny.
I saw it. I got to show you that. I got to show you. If Elijah was here, I'd totally have him pull it up because I don't even know how to pull it up.
That's
I still don't know how to turn on his Xbox.
No, I've just walked in on them Fortnite.
Yeah, James would go, there's a button on it. Well, I know there's a button on it, but where?
You go at it. I still got a couple more barrels to chuck in Donkey Kong, and then I'll join you.
See, come on, man.
Now we're talking.
Space Invaders. Yes. Oh, man, I had the timing down with just one button and a joystick. That's it. That's all we needed. Now, James is like, I ordered the Pro Series. It's got the buttons for your pinkies and your ring finger to... How many buttons you need on there?
A and B.
Right. A and B.
Where do I blow you guys' mind when it comes to speed running your video games?
Speed running?
Oh, yes. You guys ever seen Donkey Kong beaten in about 3 minutes flat?
What?
No.
It's called speed running. Check out the next episode on the Mike in the Mountain. Stay tuned.